U.S. President Joe Biden said later in Xi's absence it would be nice to have him here, but the summit is going well. While there are a lot of analysis going on about who isn't in Delhi for this summit and why, U.S. focused on the fact that President Biden here rolling up his sleeves with other G20 countries and partners will produce real results, Deputy Chief National Security Advisor Jon Finer said in New Delhi on Saturday. It is the duty of the Chinese government to explain why a leader will or will not participate. The G20, which includes China and Russia and accounts for 85% of global GDP, has also seen Russian President Vladimir Putin miss hearings at a time when he is at risk of arrest on war crimes charges. The United States and host India made the most of Chinese President Xi Jinping's absence from the Group of 20 meeting in New Delhi, India, on Saturday. They promoted multilateral loans to counter China's infrastructure diplomacy, engaged in a charm offensive against developing countries, and included minimal language in the declaration indirectly condemning China's ally Russia for its invasion of Ukraine. It was not immediately clear why she chose to miss it, but the Chinese delegation was led by Premier Li Qiang, who gave a conciliatory speech urging the group to be inclusive and avoid conflicts. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni with Biden at inauguration of the Global Biofuels Alliance at G20 summit in New Delhi, India on Saturday. This comes at a time when the Biden administration is trying to counter Xi's massive signature Belt and Road Initiative by citing Washington as an alternative partner and investor for developing countries. This is a really big deal, Biden said as he announced the deal, which aims to promote clean energy and better communities. We need to maximize the impact of our investments as we work to address infrastructure gaps in low and middle-income countries. While United States has little hope of competing head-to-head with the BRA, it praises development aid, multilateral funding and high standards it sets on projects. China's BRI investment covering 148 countries is estimated at around US $70 billion in 2022 alone. A similar amount was spent in 2021. G20 leaders also announced a number of other projects aimed at economic growth, including partnerships with European Union and the United States to expand Lobito Corridor, an African infrastructure project channeled through Zambia's Lobito port, and other initiatives involving various sectors in different regions. The Group 20 economies fell short of outright condemning Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a result the US and many European members were seeking in a leader's statement issued by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, reflecting divisions among member states. This year's G20 term presidency, India, placed emphasis on maintaining solid relations with Moscow, the long-term source of its military weapons. But the fact that the G